Hello, hello, brothers and sisters. Happy Palm Sunday. Happy Palm Sunday. Today is Palm Sunday, and we're really appreciating this holiday. We should think that this is a holiday not just for Christians. Even our Muslim brothers and our Jewish brothers should also celebrate this holiday. And we're using this holiday as a landmark. Today, we're going to be talking about sham elections in Africa. One of the problems Africa faces today is the phenomenon of sham elections. Sham elections are elections that are held just for show. They don't really have a legitimate purpose. The ostensible reason is to create the illusion of a vibrant democracy. The dictators who organize these sham elections want to give the impression that they are really popular. They want to deceive the international community into thinking that they are really popular in their countries. Whereas the truth is, they are not popular. Then what they do, they orchestrate everything, so the election itself becomes just like a theater, a play. You know the conclusion, you know the beginning of the play, you know the end of the play. The script has already been written. That's what sham elections are like. For the show of today, we're going to take you to Gabon, which is where sham elections are taking place on the 12th, okay, of April. So the results are soon going to be announced, but who doesn't know the results? Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema is going to win, okay? He's going to moonwalk his way into the presidency now as a civilian. So that's a perfect example of a sham election. You organize it just to fool the people, just to fool the international community. But the problem is, these elections are illegitimate and they are hurting African countries. The citizens cannot express themselves. The leaders impose themselves on the citizens. Okay? They stay in power. Like in the case of Brice Oligui Nguema, we're going to go into details. Even though there are 7 or 8 other candidates running. But the truth about it is, who has all the resources? Brice Oligui is using the resources of the country to run this election. You see him everywhere with big crowds. Did you see any of the opposition candidates organizing campaigns with big crowds? No. Brice was 99% of the show. So everything is predetermined. That's what happens in sham elections. Sham elections have taken place not only in Africa, they have taken place in Russia, they have taken place in many other countries of the world. But countries, if you look at Eastern Europe, especially most of the former Soviet client states, sham elections are still taking place in those places. The elections are organized just as a show, just like theater. You want to deceive the people. Some people would think that, oh, this is true. They are just make-believe. Just like we say, art and literature. Sham elections are just like make-believe. So we need our people to start saying no. We must stop sham elections in our countries. And that's the purpose of the show of today. Sham elections are not good for African countries. Sham elections mean we cannot really express ourselves. We cannot take advantage of the resources that we have. One man cannot really dominate and run the whole country alone. He is not the only intelligent person. Consensus is paramount. We need to have consensus. And which is why we say we condemn sham elections. And we are drawing your attention to this phenomenon of sham elections. We're going to use a few African countries as perfect examples of sham elections in Africa. Cameroon, La République du Cameroun, is number 1 on our list. Congo DRC is number 2 on our list. Gabon is number 3 on our list. Nigeria is number 4 on our list. And finally, number 5 is Tanzania. In Tanzania, you have Samia Hassan as the president. She is also an organizer of fake elections. So these are the 5 countries we want to concentrate on today. So the new cycle will begin with Ambazonia. In Ambazonia, you are having chaotic conflict because the people cannot express themselves. You have a dictator who has been in power since he came to power in 1982. He doesn't want to leave. He's sick and aged. He is still a candidate to the election that is taking place in October 2025. And that candidate is called Paul Biya. I went on Twitter. I noticed that he has banned me on his Twitter page. So I was just laughing. And so this guy declares me persona non grata. Okay. I'm just laughing. Yeah, but what is happening? He also is a sit-tight guy. He doesn't want to leave. Every time he organizes elections, you ask yourself, why organize presidential elections? He's going to organize one again in October 2025. Why? Because he wants to present the illusion of a vibrant democracy in Cameroon. But we know there is no democracy in Cameroon. As old as he has his entourage who is working on the fraud machine. It's a very big scam. Everything is well organized, well orchestrated. Maurice Kamto's MRC party may not even have a way to get through because there are a lot of headwinds. We suspect he's going to be disqualified officially and he will not be able to run. Then what we see when we look at the horizon, what is Biya's game plan? Biya's game plan is he's going to win the election in October. So how does he get there? He's already organizing. He has a secret team that is working on a new constitution. This new constitution is going to come up with more delegates, more senators. Then they're going to have an office of vice president. Then at the right time, Paul Biya is going to resign and allow his vice president to take over. So after he wins the election, after he wins the fake elections in October, he's going to create the post of a vice president, the same way Ojong created it in 1975. Many people are speculating, is it going to be Ferdinand Ngongo? The way things are seeming, it looks like Ngongo may not really be in favor. Ngongo may be out of favor. So who is going to be this successor of Paul Biya? Only Le Dauphin. Biya is keeping it very close to his chest. It's a state secret. But people are speculating. You know, whenever there is absence of news and real information, people speculate. And that's one of the theories of rumor we studied in communication. Okay? In the School of Communication, we learn about the theory of rumor. When there is a vacuum of useful information, people fill it in with rumors. So the rumor mill is churning and giving us a whole lot of information. So as we get close to October 2025, Biya is going to come up with a new constitution. He will name a new vice president. Then the new vice president will become his successor. And that's what we see when we look at the tea leaves in Cameroon. But does this ensure that there's not going to be problems? Already, we think it is like a nicely written play. You know, you write a play and things don't really work the way you've written them in the play. So I think Biya's people are revisiting the script to make sure that everything can just work without any... People have been saying that, oh, the crisis is over. No, the dream lives on. The dream of Ambazonia, a free Ambazonia, lives on. The people want to live in a free country, and Biya and his 40 chiefs do not want the Ambazonia people to be free. So something has to give. Already, the Trump administration is threatening to suspend the TPS, temporary protection status, that Joe Biden gave to Ambazonians living in the United States of America. So this is one of the issues too our people in our community are facing, and we're telling them not to lose hope. We can refer them to a lot of lawyers who can help them.
Tired of waiting in long lines at the emergency room or your doctor's office? You should be. Why wait in long lines for care? It's time for you to come to Lucille Urgent Care. Real care, no waiting. Lucille Urgent Care, the best place for true and loving care. Service at Lucille Urgent Care is convenient, fast, time efficient, affordable, accessible, transparent, and cost effective. Real treatment is your right. Indeed, it's not just a privilege or pejorative. Skip the emergency room's long lines, kiss the ER goodbye, say farewell to your old doctor's office, pay less, save time, enjoy the excitement of convenience, receive immediate treatment, get the healthcare you need quickly and affordably. Lucille Urgent Care offers many express services: rapid COVID-19 testing, on-site prescription, preventative lab services, imaging and x-rays, urgent medical treatment for common illnesses and injuries, routine vaccines and flu shots, work-related injury services, pre-employment, occupational, annual, and sports physicals, immigration exams, and much more. Same-day treatment, rapid lab results, extended hours, weekend hours, no appointment necessary, no insurance necessary, no doctor necessary, walk-ins accepted, telemedicine available. We are open 7 days a week with evening and weekend hours. We are located in Maryland, Lucille Urgent Care, 903 Half York Road, Towson, Maryland, 21204. Website, lucilleuc.com. Call at 443-275-1286 or 301-593-4897.
Next, we take you to Congo DRC. In Congo DRC, first, we sympathize with victims of the floods. The floods have really damaged a lot of homes. They have hurt a lot of people, and we feel sorry for them. Amidst the war that has been occupying Goma and Bukavu, the people are really suffering. Trapped, water everywhere. Not a single drop to drink. Okay? But the biggest story in Congo DRC is sham elections. One of the popular organizers of sham elections in Congo DRC is Joseph Kabila, the son of Laurent Kabila. This week, when news went viral that Joseph Kabila was returning to Congo DRC, people were really uneasy because they did not know what to expect. What will this visit do? What kind of impact is this visit going to have on the events that are going to unfold in Congo DRC? We can look at this through many prisms: a political prism, a social prism, an economic prism. We see, but you have to understand that most of the guys in the M23, Felix Tshisekedi has been accusing Joseph Kabila as the supporter of M23. Sometimes you feel like he may really have a point. Look at Corneille Nangaa, who used to be the handpicked guy of the Electoral Commission under Joseph Kabila. This is Joseph Kabila's boy. So it looks like the M23 are tools in the hands of Joseph Kabila. So what is Joseph Kabila trying to do? We see Joseph Kabila as a new Maradona. He wants to dribble his way back into power. Is this going to work or is it not going to work? Well, it's not going to be a cakewalk. Right now, he's trying to play the role of a statesman, a great statesman who is going to bring peace to his country. So he's talking to different factions. As much as Felix Tshisekedi is talking about a government of unity, but I think Joseph Kabila wants to use this government of unity as a way to manipulate and get back into power. He's going to look for a way to muzzle out Felix Tshisekedi and take over power as president. That's what we'll see in the future. And you can believe me, this is what might happen, because Joseph Kabila is supported by Rwanda, M23 is supported by Rwanda, so Felix Tshisekedi doesn't have a chance. So they've just shown him that we have the military power to take you down. So if you don't come to the negotiation table, we're going to kill you. Right now, Felix Tshisekedi, who did not want to negotiate with M23, is now negotiating, because he's now negotiating from a position of weakness. And this is sad. Next, we take you to Gabon.
At AUK Tax Service, we understand taxes can be overwhelming. That's why we've been serving taxpayers and tax preparers nationwide since 1986. Why wait for your money? We guarantee fair and accurate tax returns with experienced professionals you can trust. We offer a range of services, including accounting, bookkeeping, and recording, payroll, insurance, and real estate, corporate and individual income tax preparation, tax planning and preparation. Are you a tax preparer or entrepreneur looking to boost your income? Partner with AUK Tax Service for a free, fast, and easy way to grow your business. AUK Tax Service is the ideal partner for check cashing stores, travel agencies, realtors, loan officers, and grocery stores. Facing IRS tax problems? Let AUK Tax Service provide expert assistance to resolve any issues quickly and efficiently. With over 3 decades of experience, AUK Tax Service has been trusted by clients nationwide. We're committed to delivering exceptional service and ensuring bigger refunds. We make tax preparation seamless for businesses like yours. Don't wait, get your fair share with AUK Tax Service. Contact us today and let us handle your taxes with care. Learn more at www.auktax.com. Visit one of our convenient office locations or call us today. Our offices are located in Maryland and Virginia. AUK Tax Service. Bigger refunds. Better service.
In Gabon, we have a sham election taking place. A guy who used to be Omar Bongo's aide-de-camp has decided to morph into a civilian presidential candidate so he may win the election. And we know he's going to win because he controls the military strings in that country. This guy is not a nice guy. Brice Oligui Nguema, he may be moonwalking like Michael Jackson, he may be dancing, but it's a guy who is deceiving the people. He is a tool of France. In Burkina Faso, for example, we have a revolution. In Gabon, this guy is bringing us the continuation, same old colonial France, same old. France was worried that Ali Bongo was moving towards the Anglo-Saxon orbit. So France wanted to stop that. The way they could stop that was to bring a puppet like Brice Oligui Nguema to do their dirty work. Now that Ali Bongo is down, Ali Bongo now is just a joke. So it's like history. We saw him casting his vote. So he's saying he believes in democracy. But this is the same Ali Bongo who was rigging elections to stay in power until Brice was able to kick him out. His wife and his son are still in jail. Brice Oligui Nguema liberated him for humanitarian reasons. So now Ali Bongo is free, but his wife is not free. His son Nuruddin is not free. We feel sorry. With the election of Brice Oligui Nguema, even though there are 7 opposition candidates, it is a very sad event because he may call himself a party of builders. What are they going to build? You cannot build a country on dictatorship. You cannot build a country on lies. You cannot build a country where there are no institutions, where you, the strong man, is the only institution. That's wrong, and that's a problem. So we think better days have been reserved for Gabon. Beautiful things are going to happen to Gabon, but not right now. For now, they have to contend with a continuation of colonial France in their country. Okay? That's what we see in Gabon. Nigeria. Well, in Nigeria too, we can give you examples of sham elections. The election that took Bola Tinubu to Asoro is a sham election. Believe you me, we watched this a campaign, we watched them for months, we watched the way things were unfolding, and we could tell that Bola Tinubu did not really win the election fairly and transparently because this election was fake. A lot of Nigerians know it and they are telling us the same thing. So sham elections, Nigeria too is another good example. Yakubu flew out of Bola Tinubu's mansion with Bola Tinubu's plane with sacks full of money. He did the job. he said, okay, Bola Tinubu, you give me this money, I'll make you the winner of the elections. So that's a sham election, okay? But there's a lot in the news. Bola Tinubu is on a hot seat. Abdul Karim, a popular rapper in Nigeria, is taking him to task. Abdul Karim just composed a song titled Tell Ya Papa. Sheyi tell ya papa oh, Sheyi tell ya papa oh. Abdul Karim's song is a very good rap song. It's on YouTube. You can even listen to the song. I spent time listening to this song. It's really, really catchy. It is meant for the common man because Nigeria is suffering because of the common man. This song is a critique of the economic policies of Bola Tinubu in a nutshell. He criticizes the economic policy of Bola Tinubu, looking at even the withdrawal of the oil subsidy, then inflation and other problems, corruption in the country. The song is very, very popular. Sheyi tell ya papa oh, Sheyi tell ya papa oh. Go to YouTube and listen to the song. Abdul Karim is not singing for the first time. I also realized that there's another song he sang titled Jaga Jaga during the days of Olusegun Obasanjo. But his songs have been banned. By banning the songs of Abdul Karim, Bola Tinubu is making this young guy very, very popular. The guy has become a sensation in Nigeria. Everywhere I go, I'm listening to people talking about the song. They're downloading it on YouTube. Bola Tinubu cannot stop that. And there are more forces that Bola Tinubu cannot stop. And these other forces are forces of people who are YouTubers. They will continue watching. How is Bola Tinubu going to stop them? He cannot stop them. Then there's more bad news of negativity for Bola Tinubu. The U.S. courts are asking the FBI to release investigative reports on investigations that are conducted against Bola Tinubu during his Chicago days, the mafia, the oil, and drug money laundering and all those crimes. So, Freedom of Information Act. Under that, people have sought this information, and now the FBI is going to release this information. So this is bad news for Bola Tinubu. And we know all those, people have been talking about it, but I know for the first time, a treasure trove of investigating is going to batter his image very, very badly. Not only in Nigeria, but also in the foreign market. People are going to know that this guy is a gangster. Bola Tinubu is a gangster. People have been saying it, but for the first time, they're going to get enough evidence to really classify Bola Tinubu as a gangster. So this is sad, but that's how Nigeria goes. So Nigeria too is having a president who won the election by sham, by fraud, by rigging. Then finally, we want to take it to Tanzania. Tanzania is also presenting us another example of a country that is in the process of organizing another sham election. Samia Hassan took over from John Magufuli. Initially, when she took over, we were thinking she will usher in a new period of physical safety, democracy, but she's turned around. This lady has become a big-time dictator. She has even banned the opposition, Chedima, from participating in the vote, which is taking place in October. But she says, oh, I'm offering you guys democracy. How can this be democracy, folks? So we are seeing fake elections. We call them sham election, show elections. This is preventing Africa from moving forward, folks. So let's be like Jesus Christ. Today, as we celebrate Palm Sunday, let us rebel. The youth of Africa, now is your time. Now is your moment. Do what you can to stop fake elections in Africa. Bye-bye, and may God bless you.
Do you need tax preparation services? We can help. Contact PJ Tax Service, America's only full-time income tax preparers. Like the good old doctor, we do not close our doors after April 15th. In fact, we stay open all year round in order to serve you. We are located at 11207A, Lockwood Drive, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20901. Make an appointment today with Prince Ojong, your tax expert. Call 240-350-1131 or visit us on the web at www.pjtaxservice.com.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.